Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Archive, where we once again return with Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry about last week. We had sudden work issues. We had two people up and transfer kind of suddenly last week. There were rumors about it going around for a while, but we got informed about it on their last week of work at our store, which unfortunately means we are severely understaffed. So I'm trying to figure out so the schedules are probably going to be a little tighter the next couple weeks. Hopefully not super tight, but nothing much I can do about it, even if that is the case. So while I'm still posting the schedules, there is a decent chance they won't be 100% accurate, or I'll miss times by like an hour or something. I'll try to keep you guys up to date when things do happen, but I don't make any guarantees. Wow, that... Well, thanks for the follow. I will go ahead and do that after I am finished for the night. But yeah, as I was saying, so we're going to do a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV today. I can't be on for super long because I do have work tomorrow. And with how busy things have been, I can't guarantee that they won't call me in a couple hours early. So I got to get off at like 10:30 tonight. We'll do a little bit, but I plan on doing a little bit of a mix. We'll do one of the we'll do one Hildebrand case, and then we'll spend the rest of the remaining time just doing Stormblood and just moving on the main story quest. As long as, I don't have any internet issues like I did that one time last week. But fingers crossed. I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amanja and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Fiergeis will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. Yeah, I'm quite familiar. I think we've done work for them before. At least I've heard the name several times in the past. Oh, before I forget, we have Kyoto Black, sort of a mixed whiskey tonight to have to drink. I'm going to drink it a little slowly because I've been suffering with a bit of a cold for like last couple weeks. Nothing like major, mostly just like sinuses and all that crap. It's not really stopped me from doing anything, it just sucks. The chairman, Master Fiergeis, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chooses to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills, he settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganelon is in Ul'dah covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I'd bet he'd give us something to get our investigation started. Yeah, sure. I mean, I like a good tournament arc, but, well, something tells me that this is not going to just be that simple. Hopefully there's not any, like, crazy shit, like high difficulty stuff. I can't imagine there would be. Like, this definitely seems like the time where we'd get another trial like the first case. But Gilgamesh was not exactly what I'd consider a challenging fight. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. You couldn't have walked up before you said all that shit? Ellie! If it isn't the Mithril Eye Star Reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you. Oh, God, who am I looking at? Oh, okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. You could, like, your colors are could you have picked any worse of a color to wear? Like, it doesn't look like you're wearing a whole lot there, my guy. Hotch, Huey, and Hanamo. Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Huchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, right? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Huchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap, my arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Oh my god, there you are. There's the fourth, I guess. Can we, I get that, you don't want to, like... I'm sure there's some tactical advantage to wearing as little as possible. But, really, you couldn't put on a pair of pants? Guys. Huchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would have been 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hayamo. In victory and in defeat, the Montrevilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibilities for my wounds than I. Any road. I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Huchin, for you I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli. Okay, weirdos. You can, I appreciate your dedication to the whole look. The Montrevilles? Aye. As Huchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Ralgar, the man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes. Before, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies? No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, we've got a case to crack. Yeah, and I have a feeling it's not going to be as simple as I'd like it to be. Can I go into the Colosseum this way? Yes, I can. Oh yeah, I know this map. I don't know why I thought that I might not. I just don't think I've ever used that specific entrance. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called phantom thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took another's head off for insulting the color of his Looks like we got ourselves another... Those two aren't in the entry books. Oh, god damn it. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briardine, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman eschews violence, Inspector. You were thinking, it annoyed me. God damn it. You were thinking it annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Feargeist has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection. The Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a Karn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the Brass Blades was so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would. In battle. As a matter of fact, with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will you? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. I don't even know what kind of fucking voice to use on you. Inspector Hildebrand, look! He's purple. Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturgist Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in a desert like the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. Anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum. And I am ever glad that they did. I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. Yeah, I am not reading that out loud, thank you. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Avi? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... She'll be entering the tournament on my behalf. You do look... What? I look like a... How do I look like an Astrum? But, I mean, I appreciate that compliment. Well, bugger me with a spear to think I'd see the day when a warrior lad stood in my Colosseum. You hear that? Click, click, clinking? That's the sound of gil pouring down into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With her, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila, was it? Seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultras fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, I suggest that our first priority is to keep her here safe. Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at the first opportunity. Alright, I assume I'm going to leave the same way I came in, and he's going to be exactly in the same place. Probably. hopefully this doesn't take up... I can't help but notice that my game audio isn't coming through on stream. That's weird. It should be... What the fuck? My desktop audio... Oh, fucking hell. Great. Wonderful. Let's see. Advanced audio properties. There's no reason why it shouldn't be working, and yet it's not. Maybe if I mute and unmute? Nope, still not reading any desktop audio coming through on OBS. What the fuck? Properties, default. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry about that. It went on like that for fucking 20 minutes. Holy shit. I'm glad I took one peek over at OBS. Like, come on. What the fuck? Also, I see that my green screen has a little crinkle towards the edge there. Fixed it. Don't know how the fuck that happened. I've never seen it do that before. Although I'm lucky we caught it this early instead of like 2 hours in. See, that's why the third monitor is helpful. So I can look at OBS and make sure I'm not having problems. Because I would have not noticed that had I not had OBS up on this screen. You again. I've already told you that... What? An attorney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. But in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can just hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just a few days ago. Fellow by the name of Raging Rat. Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Probably wouldn't hurt. Who the fuck would name themselves Raging Rat? Come here to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebrand of Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would please enlighten me how exactly it is that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse, have you not a wit of delicacy? Never mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it out to the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in jail as we speak. The girl's all a Megan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? That one's a real piece of work. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were. Perhaps it's truly some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice? She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would be hardly out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny in a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of winds flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible. Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultras should be back at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back to whensoever he came. Nothing to say, just gonna walk off? Fair enough. Alright, back to the Colosseum. Boom. Although I kind of doubt it's Altus, because I was going to say he didn't seem like he was Avila didn't seem all too happy about this being dragged around. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What matter of mischief is he plotting? He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the ways his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. I can't believe we're fucking... we're chasing after some weird fucking void... thaumaturge tentacle thing. This was certainly not a development I expected in my series. Well, I guess, to be fair, out of all of the different... I guess this questline has seen weirder. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. What? What? But marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them? That's how we end the quest? I like how the cube perfectly fits around his head as he looks at me. Like, what? Oh, there we go. Just hadn't loaded in yet, huh? Poor misunderstood Alti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Alti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we could return to our investigation? If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dower Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. It's literally what Ellie just said to do, but alright. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, huh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. This is a fucking weird quest. Of course, this entire quest line is just kind of weird. It's just strange. It's fucking hilarious, but it's strange. Yes, what is it this... wrong voice. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep her distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelin tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was gonna rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Oh, I'm sure this will go fantastically. Okay. I'm checking OBS consistently to make sure the audio issue doesn't come back. Because I still don't know what caused it the first time. It was working perfectly when I recorded... I hope it was working perfectly when I recorded the session, the Bloodlord session on Sunday. Oh shit. How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concerns. The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be writ in stone. Do you realize what this means? We have just suffered, and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rauban Aldin won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. The prize I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the old ones no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Trying to steal Avila from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me? Preposterous. Could it be that that musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might have happened if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! You've got to be kidding me! Well, that worked out. Although I doubt that's the last time we'll be seeing from him. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand what your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I've taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Eshdimes, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old and upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Avi. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I'm proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi. Unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. Hello, Ulti. I see you back there. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help feel but a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Alti has headed up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer. That? Not you, you idiot. Ahem. No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Ul'dah? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead drive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised by this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I've ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute, I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... God damn it. Fucking dumbass. To the gates of Nald. Not that one. Sure, I know I can fly over things, but honestly, riding the motorcycle on the ground, it's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ever since I realized we had that audio issue, I'm a little concerned that the blood... Like, I think the Bloodlord's VOD is fine. And I do have... And somebody else was recording it, so if I need to rip the audio. But... Well, let's just say I'm still dreading looking at the VOD after the stream. Because the last thing I need is to have that video, for some fucking reason, not have any audio from anybody but me. Especially with how fucking good of a session that was. What are you... Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed Inspector's senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary looking about. This time, you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. Oh my god. Hey, Godbear. But, my Chimera! Who is that half-naked fool? Father, Could it be that aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy, if I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, father dear, and with that we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father. Remind me to never go to one of their family reunions. Just who is this inspector, anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Oh, hi, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Hildy, warrior of light, I have been waiting for this day. Well, look who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes the two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, 'cause this might just be our lucky day. There is no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. The Warrior of Light's a formidable foe. That sounding like high praise coming from a big fellow like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. I will not fall so easily this time. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. A supplely twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of creatures of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. But... nobody here but us octopodes? Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Holy fuck, I forgot Gunbearer was fucking fast. What the fuck was that noise? Yeah, I don't think he's living through that. Pretty sure he's dead. I don't know how else that would turn up. I feel that. Except I have the opposite problem. I get over-notified for my PC fucking over-notifies me for everything. Honestly, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more on stream. Good heavens! Chancing upon father like that, I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I'd hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Wow, holy shit. Yeah, it's not that bad. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I must not, I will not lower myself to their level. Well, this should be entertaining. Something tells me he's not going to make it very far in the tournament. Yeah, I guess I didn't need this. Wow, you are still alive, huh, Ultros? I saw that. If I had more time tonight, I'd do it tonight, but I do not have a ton of time. Gotta be off by 10:30. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus, I tell ya, but they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Ah, Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to... He gads, who gave you those ghastly bruises? I mean, that's true. I guess that's fair. I probably could squeeze it in. I wanted to do one of the Hildebrand case, this Hildebrand case, and then a little bit more of the MSQ, but yeah, it probably won't take longer than like 15 minutes to do. Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost, I'm a busy octopus. Ouch, you have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No? Whoever gave you that idea? I am simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me, talking to myself. Yes, gods. Yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Master Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. If you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Not even questioning the comment. Just, yeah, agreed. I'll leave it. I'll go with you. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Club as its lucrative prize. It's not as preposterous as it sounds. I've done some research on our eight-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Ulda's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the working of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded at Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may provide some answers. I would ask that you bring them to me. Okay. Oh, they're up here. Okay. Yeah, it is certainly Valentine's Day, huh? Alright, box number 2. Oh, God damn it. Alright. Back to the Colosseum. Alright, I grabbed your crates of garbage. Let me see what you have found. Now, what have we here? Ah, yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails, and what's this? A sack even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Synthgo Sundries. It would seem that this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Oh my god. There's a lot of walking back and forth in one area in this specific case. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? I'm sorry, madame, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait. Now, did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that? A distinctive aroma. They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Briardin, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal the Warrior of Light away. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. I think that's how you pronounce that. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an Uldon gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow-roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of the conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. Why did he buy a bunch of gold truffles? Oh, you are not the guy I'm looking for. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here's the plan. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? I really don't know why you're so concerned. Like, I'm sure if I can take out Ultima Weapon, I'm pretty confident I can deal with one Gladiatrix. I don't know what trick she could possibly have up her sleeve that could change that. But alright, I'll play along. I'd be more worried about a Hildebrand going in and fighting, because he's probably going to get his absolute shit kicked in. There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultras has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill. Which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Feargeist himself is quite taken in with my promotional skills. The future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow, it is. So what do you say, ye? You ready to get your asses kicked? That's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at the Amanja & Sons Mineral Concerns. Your concern is our concern, is about to begin. Who will stand atop the head of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamigo, Evelyn, the famed warrior of light, or was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain? Here I am. Did you miss me? I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. Or I have not forgotten our promise. Did Hildebrand really come in completely unarmed? Look at Avila's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting has given Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Braised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sackful where that came from. That meddling musclehead. What's taking him so damned long? The girl's gaze gave it away. Open that gate at once. What the fuck? What is that monstrosity? Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? Hildebrand, buddy, you don't just... Oh, wow. What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Do I just look at this charming little nose? Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Oh my god, he's an idiot. Could it be? Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle. You know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower, has Uncle Ulti ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan. Yeah, I'm not saying that word. I'm not saying that. Alamegans. Beggars and brutes, the lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. That's a bit harsh, guys. Come on. I feel for the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her, but the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold, I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and the Warrior of Light here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we want to see. That's alright. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events. But who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm has settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Oh, God damn it, Hildebrand. So, to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear as if it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the 2 to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've ever encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we've no choice but to trust in your abilities now. Let us make for Halatali. He did not fight as a gentleman. No, he did not. But, you know, what did you really expect? Actually, this works out. Because this will probably, if I were to guess, based on the fact that Gilgamesh was a trial, this will probably be another trial. And given who knows how long the queue timer will be, I might be able to just get the Valentine's Day event done just while I'm waiting. Well, this tourney's turned into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators, and the profits, I could give a gnat's arse. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring some of your friends for the battle, and let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds high. I love how the fact that that's just how this entire questline explains it. Like, why, you know, why don't you just why don't you just bring along 7 friends of yours, you know? Alright, and if this is like any other event, we're going to the Black Shroud, and we're going to Gridania. And depending on how long this takes, queue-wise, we'll probably have enough time to spend about an hour and a half, so about half the stream doing actual Stormblood MSQ. We need to go to the amphitheater, Maketos. I'm pretty sure every single seasonal event starts here. I don't know if... Actually, I take that back. I think the New Year's event started in Limsa. But I think that's the one exception I've played. I've played most of these seasonal events. I missed some of the collab events, but I've done, I think, every seasonal event that I've seen so far. White Day. Yeah, I might have missed that one. I forget when White Day is technically in the year, because it's not really a holiday we celebrate here in the US. Greetings, good madame. I am Astrid de Valention, emissary of ardor and affection. My fellows and I have come to help folks convey the depth of their hearts to a special someone this Valention's Day. Oh, March. Yeah, that would have been 2 months after I started playing, so I might have missed that one. Oh, I must have... Oh, right, I did last year's Valentine's Day event, because I started in January. Oh, if it isn't Evelyn, 'tis ever so lovely to see you again, and precisely when I have need of a capable adventurer. Permit me to explain the situation. For this year's event, we are providing people with banquets of roses to help them make their feelings known. But as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with the flowers, a man named Lorovic, appears to be having difficulties of his own in love. As emissaries, we would like nothing more than to assist him, but we're given to understand the situation is complicated. That being the case, might I trouble you to act in my stead? Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, I think, no, I think the one I remember doing around March was, I don't know, the Easter one with Petey? I don't remember the name of the monster. I don't think that, I don't think that was White Day. That was more like an Easter-style quest, I think. We are in your debt. Without further ado, please seek out Lorovic and lend an ear to his woes. He is like to be at the Great Loam Growery. Let's see. Yep, Botanist Guild. Probably. Because I don't remember that. I remember doing Valentine's Day last year, because I got the heart emote. But I don't remember anything White Day was tied to it. Oh, Silgany, my love, where have you gotten to? Ah, forgive me, I didn't notice you. Is there something you require? Miss Astrid sent you to assist me, you say? That's very kind of you both. You see, there is someone I desperately wish to find. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm probably... my memory is pretty bad, so I'm probably just not remembering half of it. Like, seasonal events that I actually have done. Allow me to begin from the beginning. A few years ago, an Ishgardian botanist arrived here in Gridania. Silgany was her name, and in part due to our shared fondness of roses, we struck up a friendship. A friendship that blossomed into love. The months that followed were the most wonderful of my life, filled with unforgettable days. But then one day she disappeared without a word, leaving behind only the seeds of a rare variety of rose. The flowers being given out this valiant tones are grown from those very seeds. It was my hope upon hope that the word of them would reach her, and then she might be compelled to return to me. And as if in answer to my prayers, who should I spot in the crowd just now but her? She wore the rose earring I gifted her, so there's no mistaking it. Alas, as I made my frantic way toward her, she vanished amidst the throng. Please help me look for her, I beg you. Yeah, you can count on me. I'm waiting for a tournament to start, the last match of a tournament to start, so I got time. I'm in your debt. Now, Silgany is an Elysian maiden with silver hair. You'll want to keep an eye out for someone of that description who has the earring I mentioned. If you could search near Makedo's amphitheater, I will do the same in the Ebony Stalls. Afterward, let us meet before Fen Ye Finestries, or Fineries. May the spinner lead us to Silgany. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing half of these words correctly, but, you know, we're just doing our best. Alright, back to Makedo's. Let's see, an Elysian woman with silver hair and an earring. You look like as any. May I help you? That he should go to such lengths to find me. I love him still, I truly do. But I'm too ashamed to meet him. I just wish to see the roses that lovers are giving one another. Please tell Lorovic that he should look for me no more. That he should forget me. Seems a little melodramatic, but alright. You wanna... didn't even bother giving me an explanation. But sure, I'll go back and tell him that. Right, you're a North Shroud. Or, no, you're not. You are... Yeah, the Leatherworkers Guild. I'm afraid I had to say I had no luck. Dare I hope you were able to learn something? What? Forget her? She cannot ask me to do such a thing. Nope, well, sorry. We're early enough in this cutscene that I am, that I can just do this. We'll come back. I only read 2 lines of dialogue, it's fine. Oh, that's a classic Final Fantasy theme if I've seen it. Heard it. Oh, what theme is this? Fuck, it's like a battle on the big bridge? The Final Fantasy VI theme? I gotta remember, I'm level 50. I don't have all of the shit I'm used to. Oh. I'm an imp. This is a fight. Nope, well, fuck. That's humiliating. God damn. I see what the gimmick here is. Whew. I mean, it wasn't hard. It was just I didn't understand what was going on for a chunk of that. I mean, you turn into imps, you get knocked off the stage, like, huh. Ooh. And I won the need roll on the wind-up, which is nice. Might as well use that while I'm thinking about it so it doesn't clog up space in my inventory. I've really got to clear out all of my cheap-ass fucking Palace of the Dead rewards. Good show. Your performance has earned us a front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. Daramena, we'll just return because it's in Ul'dah. Oh, let's see. Alright, now how is the Phantom Thief going to get away with this again? It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Alright, I give it about a 50-50. The relic's there, the relic's not there. I'm more leaning towards it's not going to even be there. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Feargeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure, the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. Oh, it's actually there. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Where the fuck are the fireworks coming from? Maybe we should be moving to protect the gem? You know, just maybe we should grab it. You know, it is technically ours. Vile fiend, mark my words. You have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. I think not, Hildegard. Greg, 'tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. God damn it. You bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear? Vile thief, Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Somebody please, for the love of God, grab the fucking ring. Now it's raining truffles. But the battle's already... Mr. Typhon, just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. I love the fact that we are strong enough to just not have to brace ourselves. We just stay put. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Holy fuck. Hey, Godbear. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? But of course! Brilliant, Father! If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring! Why, it'll be just like Delamut! Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Skyward as only a Manderville can! And you missed it. Father, you know to run straight. Oh, God. Oh, these fucking four again? What the fuck is Enki doing up here? What's for a fucking dead? Like, oh my god. What the fuck? How is every further fucking case of this more nonsensical than the last? I don't care for this angle. These legs, they look strangely familiar. Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing, this ring is a fake. But no matter. I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. That key. Bloody hells. Guard, seize the fiend at once. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous! It's, just, the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. How the fuck is your monocle not completely fucking shattered at this point? I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it is exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hagalina and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. Wait, how do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the Nano Mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. God damn it, Hildebrand. If you have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not so easily be regained, but I will not shirk from a challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Isima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history. Or, to be more precise, relics from an area of the Belladians. Oh, if that is so, then the answer is clear as day. The Fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Paladin history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as such. Does that look big? It's probably the perspective. Never mind, it was not the perspective. Holy fuck, that thing is huge. And the fact that it's standing upright like that and not falling over. Oh, well. Almost. What does it say this time? I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of the Belladia can become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than fairy tale, at that. Yet it seems that the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Belladia. The Warden's justice. Lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. The one who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far. An Oldon collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Absolutely astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Then it will be to his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. What was that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. God is phenomenal as always. Yeah. It almost makes me sad that the Hildebrand, the Realm Reborn stories are coming to an end. But I guess it's something else to look forward to at the end of every expansion. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. And I'll be back, hopefully next week for that, but for now, let's finish up our seasonal quest, and then hopefully we'll have about an hour to continue Stormblood. I think the Leatherworks is guild. Well, the crowd has gotten a bit bigger since I last was here. Let's see, we left the cutscene just as this guy was walking into frame, right? Pray excuse my interruption. I am Sir Tituin, a knight of House Hey, the good old Hollyart, or Hollenart. I still don't know how to fucking properly pronounce that. Do I have the pleasure of addressing the botanist Lorovic? The roses being distributed during the current festivities, may I ask where you acquired them? Those? Why, I grew them from the seeds given to me by my love, Silgini. So it is indeed the Drian coin, the rose permitted to be grown by none save our house. To think that she would bring it to a foreign nation. You know Silgini? She tended House Hollenart's Rose Gardens until a few years ago when she vanished without a trace. Our house takes the rose for its symbol, and the Drian coin is the foremost of the species. Silgini had care of them on account of her skills. But when Corthus froze over in the calamity's wake, every last plant withered away. 'Twas believed that she'd fled out of shame. When she entrusted me with the seeds, she made no mention of their importance. Why did she give them to me? This is all just such a shock. Indeed, never did I imagine that the rose would end up not only surviving in a foreign land, but thriving. So, the reason you seek Silgini is in order to bring her to account? When she has violated our laws. She has saved the Dryan coin from extinction. As such, I doubt she will face much of a punishment, if any. Nevertheless, my duty is to ascertain the truth of the matter. In that case, will you not allow me to search with you? Though Silgini bade me not to do so, I cannot bear to do nothing. Mayhap we can have her come to us instead, by devising a rumor that would draw her attention. Let us try it. As much as it chafes me to deceive her, I'll do what I must to see her again. Then the question is what matter of rumor to employ. Have you any thoughts? Legally growing their flowers outside of their land. I see. By suggesting that the Lorovic has been apprehended on suspicion of the seeds theft, fucking hell, I dare say Silgini would come rushing to his defense. Yes, that may work. As for the location, I believe the Great Loam Growery would be a suitable place as any. Then it is settled. Let us split up and recruit some citizens to our cause. And lest we cause undue commotion, be sure to clarify 'tis but a ruse. Understood. We shall meet again at the growery. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that that fake ring wasn't like a glamour item just given to us at the end of that quest. Not that it was like the fanciest looking ring glamour in the world, but you know, just surprised it wasn't. And I assume the quest marker over here just hasn't loaded in yet. There it is. I've noticed one thing. This game loads very slowly if you run it at 4K. Which I guess makes sense, because I am running it at 4K. But it loads a little slower than I would like. What? An Ishgardian knight has taken a botanist prisoner. Oh, it's just a ruse to find his sweetheart. Well then, consider me part of it. When it comes to endeavors in love, we have to help one another. Of course, it probably also doesn't help my loading time running OBS in the background and recording it, not recording, well, streaming. Lorovic wishes to be reunited with his love, you say? It would be too tragic if they couldn't be together. You may count on us to spread this rumor far and wide. Let's see, where's this last person? It's essential oil. Oh, it's literally right outside the fucking teleport spot for this, huh? So you want this rumor to reach the woman with reach the woman with the rose earring? Very well, we shall help. The roses brought by my love and those roses brought my love and I together. This would be a fine chance to give back. I should be glad to tell other customers as well in the spirit of the occasion. Oh, you're talking over here. Should it happen to win me Orovik's favor and lead to a better deal with the guild for the blossoms, which we use for our popular rose tea, well, who am I to argue? Botanist Guild, should have figured as much. The fuck is this? What quest? Oh, Joy of Pictomancy. Okay, we're not ready to do that. I still need to do all of the fucking ninja quests at some point on stream, because I don't know if I'm missing out on any abilities in the mid-60s from just not doing those quests yet. It doesn't seem that way. I don't think I'm missing anything, but... I'm truly grateful for your help, but I'm beginning to worry that Silgany won't come. She must, or else I would have suffered through all of your lovesick rambling for naught. But I was merely expressing the wonders of true love. One day someone doesn't exist in your life, the next you cannot imagine life without them. Enough of that. Enough! Sir Tituan, please wait. 'Twas I who made off with the Dryan coin seeds, not Lorovik. Release him, I beg you. Oh, Silgany, at last I found you. Hear me, my love. Sir Tituan means me no harm, I assure you. I am sorry for causing you alarm, but I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again. And so I spread a false rumor, with help from the Warrior of Light and Sir Tituan. I've heard all about the Dryan coin. Will you not tell me why you entrusted me with the seeds and left? Please believe me when I say it was for the sake of the Dryan coin. The rose wasn't made for the extreme cold that had overtaken Korthus. Believing the conditions to be ideal in the Black Shroud, I brought the seeds here where I met you. But not only did I fail in my duty to my house, I violated its rules as well. I have no right to be happy. That is why I chose to entrust you with the seeds before disappearing. 'Twas an unkind thing I did to you, and I'm truly sorry. When I heard that those roses would be handed out during Valentine's Day, I couldn't help but come see for myself. Though I knew that I couldn't stay. Oh, Silgany, to think you carried such a burden. But whatever you may have done, you have every right to be happy. It's all thanks to you that the Dryan coin now adorns the city, bringing happiness to all. You are a brilliant botanist, and the guild would surely welcome you as a member. Will you not do the honor of growing roses beside me, my love? 'Tis true you violated the rules of House Hallenart, yet you did so with noble intent, and your actions saved our most precious rose from extinction. In recognition of this, I will speak in your defense, and I will make a recommendation to our house that we officially entrust the growing of the Dryan coin to the Botanist's Guild. God damn it. Sappy romance shit. Unworthy though I may be, I would gladly grow roses beside you for all my days. I'm kidding, of course. I like a good romance story. It's cheesy, but feel-good shit is feel-good shit for a reason. All's well that ends well. Mayhap you'd like to say a few words to the happy couple? Oh my god. You've gotten quite the crowd. Holy fuck. Silgany and I are reunited, and it is thanks to the two of you. We shall go and share the happy tidings with Miss Astrid. My task is done, and so I shall return to Ishgard with my own happy tidings that the Dryan coin blooms once more. In due course, our house will send a representative to make arrangements regarding the care of the rose. Till next time, my young botanists, I bid you farewell. Will you not come with us to the amphitheater? I am sure Miss Astrid will wish to see you too. Yeah, I guess. Mercados. Oh. Welcome back. Larovic and Silgany have told me all. On behalf of the emissaries, I thank you for helping them to find one another again. You couldn't have sent a better adventurer to my aid. We're in your debt as well, Miss Astrid. I must say, 'tis truly felicitous that the Drain coin should reunite the people who grew them. They are wonderful tokens of one's love, and you have a special someone in your heart. And should you have a special someone in your heart, I urge you to present them with a bouquet as well. Alright. Seasonal event done. Now we go get to lead an army. We probably won't be marching on Doma tonight, but we will probably at least return. I need another little bit of whiskey. Just a teeny bit. I can't stay up super much longer, even after the stream ends. With how short-staffed we are at work currently because of the people that left, I have no idea if they're going to call me in early tomorrow. I fucking hope not. I'm already working a 9-hour shift, but it would not surprise me in the slightest. Okay, that's not exactly where I wanted to end. Oh, so close. Almost didn't land in the water. Hey, Anne. But it would be rude of me to monopolize your attention. Doubtless there are others who would speak with you. Let us go and greet Temulin Khatun. Welcome, warriors of the steppe. It is an honor to receive you once more. We observed the battle from a distance and marked the moment of your triumph. In that instant, I wept tears of joy. Not only did you bring us victory in the Nadam, but you ensured that every one of my kinsmen returned with their lives. Some were more gravely wounded than others, but none were lost to us. We could not have asked for anything more. If it is not too much of an imposition, would you be willing to go and speak with them? A simple gesture for those whom you shared the battlefield. Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt. Some part of me still struggles to believe it, but we won! We defeated the Oranir and the Torthal, and won! When they appeared before us, I was filled with such fear as I'd never known. But when I saw you charged with Sirena and the others, and before I knew it, I was running and shouting. And I will carry the memory of that moment with me always, as well as the moment when you became one with the Old War and were declared Kagan. The victory pose you struck was a sight to behold. I say, would you be willing to show us again? Yeah, I guess. Emotes. I know I have victory pose here somewhere. Aye, that's the stuff of legends. That's the Kagan in all her splendor. Praise be to the Kagan, and to the gods for guiding her to us. Glory to the Kagan and her comrades, forever and forever. 100 years, the Kagan. I am told you gave the young warriors a fine show. Grandmother and I have been discussing how we might best express our gratitude to you. Mere words did not seem sufficient. This is a Morin Kur, a traditional instrument of our people. The feats of our greatest heroes like Bardam and Shaka are preserved in song. Yours too will live on for years to come. Perhaps one day you might learn how to play it. But even if not, you may look up on the Morin Kur and remember this time, this place, as we will when we hearken to the music. Ooh. At the risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It is time that we sought them. You're right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, do not think yourselves so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Nadam, and you who saved my lord Hien from certain death? Doma is in your debt, and will ever be a friend to the mole. And we to you, Gosetsu. The thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Yanxia with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dusk Throne would offer the most direct route. The Dorthal sealed it with their magics during the Doman Rebellion, when more men in iron came from afar. If ever there were a time to open the pass, it is now. We should journey to Dorthal Ka. But before that, might we visit the Dawn Throne? I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. Are you sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us so soon after we, beat him. Nama made us for war, Lise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nadam, blood was shed and lives were lost. Brown earth was stained crimson and the Xyla wet. But crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. Thus spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nadam is the Nadam, and what comes after is what comes after. If you say so, the Dawn Throne first, then. Yes, and I shall accompany you. Alright, let's see. How much is it to just warp up there? 100? I have an Aetheryte ticket. Hey, Magne. How's it going? Hope you don't hold any grudges about me absolutely kicking your shit in or anything. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. Humble as ever. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azim. And you are not. Your triumph in the Nadam does not raise you to such heights. Batu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the Nadam. Or the Nadam, however it's pronounced. His hurts are grave, and he requires rest. But he will walk again in time. Though it is no business of yours, such pity does not become a Kagan. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nadam will come again, and with it our rule. I say again, why have you come? To bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to the mole. Nay. The mole are beholden to the will of the gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Orinir and Boudiga may remain. We are here, we are for Yanxia, and we wish to speak of your part in the coming war. Ah, the Domans and the Ironmen. I remember our pact. Sound the call, and the Orinir will answer. Full glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but we'll send for you soon. The gods are kind. I am sure the Orinir will provide a great boon in the days to come. of the dusk, a maiden gentle and ethereal, a dancer in the morning mist, and a warrior besides. Look into my eyes, child. Do you see as him? Are you my Nama? I know not quite of what you speak, Brother Magnite, but I am certain you're mistaken. Quite. Man, let him down a bit gentler next time, jeez. We should get going. Right now. Am I fated to live my life as a sun without a moon? Is there no Nama for me? Aw, dude, you'll find somebody eventually. I believe in you. You might be kind of a dick, but I'm sure there's somebody out there for you. Alright. There are a lot of quests over here. Oh, we're speaking with Sadhu. Okay, that makes sense. The Kagan and her warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, bound for Yanxia, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nada? Many were wounded, some few to the death. Resplendent were their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. And mayhap one who went before them also. Gusser's seed has quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who awaits behind its eyes. Already we must look to the next Nadam. We must grow strong of body and mind, and your war will help us do so. Say the word, and we will fly to the field. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Dorthal. Dorthal. There is one more thing we would ask of you. The magics you used to seal the passage to the south. Will you unmake them? If that be your wish. When next we come together, it will be on a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight with the same fervor you demonstrated during the Nada. And you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. Aught less would be a disappointment. All right. Holy shit, that fucking thing's big. Saru Khatun has done her part. This passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways, until the day you call us to battle. It won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Serena, and tell your grandmother and the others how much we appreciate everything they did for us. I will. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have another gift for you. Oh, it's, a red, wait, is this a banner of the Mole Tribe? It's not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wish to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma or your homeland, Lys, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The Mole place their faith in the gods, and in turn they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same favor. As it was in the Nadam, blood will be shed, and your lands engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. Yet as it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. May you ever walk in crimson. For in crimson there is life. There is liberation. Thank you for your prayers, Serena. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. You didn't even wave while she was looking at you. You waved while her back was turned. That was just not great timing. Could have waited for her to look back. Wall mounted. Still kind of need like a house to put these in. I don't exactly have one of those. Right then. The House of the Fierce. With me, my friends. Although I heard somewhat that you can buy like apartments. I don't know if those are the same things or how they qualify or like what the difference is, if there is any difference. But, you know, eventually I'll build up enough money somehow to buy some housing, I hope. Might take me a long time, but we'll get there. I have not used this road before, but, I recognize this place. The House of the Fear should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. A new map area. Prism Lake. Here we are. I wonder if they all gathered inside, waiting. Perhaps expecting a speech or some such. Well, no matter. I shall have to do what I shall have to do.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord here. Gosetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise, I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alphinaud and Alizé Levieux, I presume? I'm told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Hien. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hell yeah, it will.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Not with us, but you know, they're waiting for the call.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. You have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Hien. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
Probably nothing good.
What? Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with them when we march on Doma.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
Then victory will soon be ours.
The Khan has spoken, and I, for one, am not inclined to argue.
Oh, so I see you got that Aethernet shard
In this
working
place,
again.
in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
Once more, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Ah yes, there is another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alizé and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the Aetherite here to its former glory, and I am pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima like you at least. Yeah, I'm gonna go attune to that really quick. I have enough time for maybe one more quest, depending on the length. Maybe two. Probably no more than that. Definitely don't have enough time if it's going to take us to, like, a dungeon or something. Like a, duty or something, but, we can make a little bit more progress. I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lys and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support, and cut off one means of escape.
Alright, good idea.
Alizé and I, together with the shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Good question. I'm sure he'll explain.
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies.
Yeah, of course. I figured you couldn't march the castle without
The
me.
rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free.
Well, Hien?
Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
Hien?
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphinaud's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
All right. There is no shortage of tasks which must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I have only just returned. 'Twould be better for you to speak with Alphinaud to find out how much you'd be of service. Trying to keep busy? Full glad am I to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Alice and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on the knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. I have been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a path into the gates. Safe travels, and thank you again. I did attune to this, right? Now I don't remember. Yep, I did. Let's see, we're going up to the Ruby Bazaar. Gotten all dressed up, hey, Tataru? What are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim steppe. Oh, you beat them. Good show. Shame I didn't get to see it. Alphinaud has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. They may not be any good in a physical fight, but in an paperwork fight, I'm the true Khan. Yeah. Yeah, I got enough time for one more. I kind of expected the quest to go on a little bit from that. You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, and it will be right out. It arrived not too long ago. Porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Apparently his hunt for the dragon and Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphino to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcels appears to have been addressed to the Seki Sugumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. But impossible! That porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. My, she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They must be redirected to the rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors, as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself? I will wait here on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. Oh, how hard can it be to find a... How hard can it be to find a mailman in brightly dressed colors? Probably should have just taken an Aethernet. You know what? I'm gonna go back and take this Aethernet shard. To the Rakuza district. Brightly colored clothes. You look, that's brightly colored. Oh dear, I misplaced some most important documents, and if I do not find them quickly, there will be dire repercussions. You mean these? No, 'tis nothing so scandalous and base. My lord is a man with a singular dietary restrictions, which I have detailed in my notebook. Yeah. I see. It's brightly colored. Yeah, I don't think you're the guy I'm looking for. So awkward. Good morning to you, miss, but I've no time to chat. I have to head to the Bocairo, or was it the Holstry? Aye, I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby Bazaar not long ago. What of it? Huh? A mistake? For the Seki Sugumi, you say? Ah, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I've yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I'll take the other at exchange. How the fuck did Tutaru get all the way back to the Ruby Bazaar so fucking quickly? She was literally right here like 2 seconds ago. She does move fast if she wants to. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. I guess we'll just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. That's it! That's the parcel! You found him! Though, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alphino requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent her back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alphino's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again. I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments. We provide. Discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was. Indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alphino and Alice my regards, will you? Oh, it just seems like yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Alright. And that's where I'm going to call it, because I got to get off, just in case of work and shit tomorrow. Regardless, thanks everybody so much for watching, if you still are. I'll be back on Thursday with Final Fantasy XVI, where we'll make some more progress in that game. And of course Friday for Gatewalkers, assuming that I don't get called into work yet again and get stuck at work and late and all that shit. And then Bloodlord Session 10 will be going up on Sunday as per normal, assuming that my fear with the audio issues that we had tonight didn't actually affect that VOD, hopefully. I think I was paying close enough attention that I would have noticed that it wasn't pumping out audio. But I've got somebody recording backups just in case the audio is fried and I have to pull from their recording and just swap the audios over. It should be okay. But it might delay the upload by like a week. But we're not playing on Sunday anyway, so there will be no upload next week anyway, so we'll figure it out. Regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so is to hit the buttons on your respective platforms, follow on Twitch, subscribe and the bell on YouTube. Everybody knows how this works. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed, and have a good night.